so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video, I wanted to start preparing my fall TBR list. I'm always kind of leery to say TBR because y'all, it just don't work for me. Even though this year for my TBR, I only put like 5 books, if that, and I think I only have what, 3 more to read. We'll go through them. But there are some books in the fall time that I do want to read. For example, like mystery books. I like to read that mainly in like October. Well, there's some books that again that have the aspect that I want to read, and then I'm going to continue with my TBR. So I'm going to go through the books that I want to read for fall time. Let's pray that I can do that because that summer TBR, y'all, was a joke. I think I only read like 2 books from that. So look, I'm gonna try again. I am going to try again. So before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to use this book cart. This is my TBR cart / book cart. Obviously, these books on here I have not read, and there were books that I had pulled out. And what I tend to do sometimes is, if I've gotten like a new book, I like to put it on here because I will forget that I bought a book. That's how I have it categorized. Also, I do have my TBR on here. So first, let's go through the TBR. So books that I have left is Real, which I'm currently reading this. I also have this on my Kindle, so I have it on the go. Then it is If Only You by Chloe Leese. This is part of the what is it? Brigham Brothers series, and there is, I believe, 7 books in the series. I have this one to read, and then I need to buy the last one. And yeah, so I have 3 books on my TBR. Those are my 2 books on my TBR. So I'm gonna put those right on top. So let's go to October. I have 2 books that I want to get to in October. Okay, I told you guys that I wanted to read My Sister the Serial Killer. I tried to read this. I had taken it out of my little jar I have where I went through my whole library, and I put some books that I really wanted to read. And I think it was during springtime or something, and I could not get into this. Every time I tried to pick it up, and I would read a little bit of it, and then I got into another book and would consume the other book and not this. So I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait until fall time, wait until October, Halloween time. This would be perfect for me. So this is one that I want to read. Next, I want to read What God Mother Says by L.S. Stratton. I really liked her first book, Not So Perfect Strangers. It was one of like it was what, the second or third book I read that was a mystery, and I really enjoyed it. She can write that well. So I wanted to get this one because it is set during the Harlem Renaissance. I think it's like present time and also set during the Harlem Renaissance. And again, any book set during the Harlem Renaissance, you already know that is my jam. So yes, cannot wait to get into this. And then another book by her that I want to read, her publishers kindly sent me, is this, In Deadly Company. This comes out the 3rd, I believe, the 2nd or 3rd of September. I'll make sure I put it down below. Actually, this week it's coming out. So again, I want to read this first, and then I'll read In Deadly Company. So these are the 3 books I want to read in October. So we are going to put that over here. Here, let's put this over here. Let's put this over here. Okay. And then for November, I want to read a nonfiction for Nonfiction November. I believe this would be my first nonfiction book that I would have read this year. One nonfiction book that I want to read, it's a memoir, and it is by Bernice L. McFadden, Firstborn Girls. You guys know she is my favorite author of all time. She is a fiction writer. I mean, she does everything, y'all. She does literary fiction, she does contemporary fiction, she does historical fiction. One of my favorites. If you have never read any of Bernice L. McFadden, please read her works. Okay, amazing. Start with her first book, Sugar. You won't forget it. The synopsis, how they started the book, it says on her second birthday in 1967, Bernice McFadden died in a car crash near Detroit. Like, I'm already intrigued. Like, what? Cannot wait to get into this. Love, love, love the cover. Have October, November, and then I can start this, and then I don't know when I'm going to read this, but I know I have until obviously December to read it. I did say I wanted to read this Percival Everett James. This kind of gives like a fall vibe, doesn't it? Because I do want to get into this, even though I can't stand Huckleberry Finn. I had to read it in high school, my ninth grade year, and hated it. But this is a different take, and I do like Percival Everett. I know he writes in a very peculiar way. Only book I have read by his is Erasure, and I really did enjoy that. But he does write differently. But I'm excited to get into this, and everyone that talked about this book raved over this book. And I mean, it was like not bad at all. So I'm really excited. So I really am intrigued to see how he writes his story. I do want to read this Isaac song because I really did enjoy, what is it called? Um Don't Cry for Me. Love that so much. So that's on there. But I'm thinking that the new year coming up, I'm not going to do a TBR. I think I'm just going to read whatever I want to read. I've always done TBRs since I started this reading journey, and I don't think I have finished a TBR. I've finished almost all the books. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do a TBR. I think this is gonna be, yeah. I don't. I came to that conclusion. I just want to see how it goes and just read what I want to read and not be like, oh, I gotta read this because again, obviously this is fun for me. This is a hobby, but I do feel a little bit of obligation when I have a TBR to some extent. And I'm like, okay, you say you go read this, you go read it. And then when I don't, I feel a little bad. So yeah, guys, that is it when it comes to this video. Again, just want to show you guys what I plan on reading. Let's cross our fingers that that happens. Yeah, but that's all I have for you guys, and I'll be back with more Black books. Bye.